my channel, guys. Today is Monday and I literally wear this sweatshirt every single Monday because Mondays you need to be comfortable and cozy and just ready to get all the things done. So today I'm actually about to head to the grocery store. I just made my list. I'm going to be meal prepping today and I wanted to do 3 fall warm recipes but put a healthy twist on them. These are going to be savory recipes, like meal recipes, not so much dessert recipes. I will make a separate video on dessert recipes, but I am so hungry and I do not want to go to the grocery store, so I'm really trying to muster up the motivation to do this, but I will catch you guys in the store. So I just made my grocery list. I'm gonna go in, and I always whenever I'm getting stuff for recipes, I always write them down in categories and I save them on a separate Pinterest board, like per the week that I'm using them. And then, so my grocery list is super organized based off of what parts of the store I'll get that stuff in. I bring in a pen so I can check everything off. I'm gonna be in and out of the store within 20 to 30 minutes or less and start cooking. So if you want to save time when you're trying to meal prep and do grocery shopping, always make a list and always have a plan. I cannot talk today. I have not had enough caffeine. Change because if I was gonna try to cook in that big fuzzy sweater, I was literally going to sweat my balls off. So like I said, today we're going to be cooking 3 healthy recipes for fall. I just got back from the grocery store, so I'm gonna start putting stuff away. I spent about 90 bucks, but I also got additional stuff that'll just be groceries for the week and everything to make these recipes. One of them is a crock pot, or 2 of them are crock pot recipes, and 1 of them is a baked oven dish, and it's gonna be delicious, so let's get into it. The best part about grocery shopping to me is buying the things that I don't need, that I didn't put on my list, like this Harvest pear candle that comes in a mason jar, and I am 200% going to light it because we gotta get some fall vibes up in here. Okay, so for the first recipe, we're gonna be using chicken breast, some cumin, some salsa, 1 butternut squash, green pepper, enchilada sauce, salsa, black beans, and some olive oil. First off, I'm just gonna start by scooping out the little guts of my butternut squash. I cut them in half, and then you have to peel off the edges and cut off the ends, and then we'll chop them up into little cubes and throw them on a cookie sheet. Okay, so I have the chicken breast cooking. I actually just cut this up with scissors to save me a bunch of time, and I just put some garlic powder and some olive oil in the pan with it. This needs to be cooked. These are almost done. This is just a combination of red peppers, green peppers, purple onion, just because that's my favorite kind, and some olive oil and those spices that I mentioned, and then we're just waiting on the butternut squash. So months and months and months ago, I posted a meal prep tip video. I will put a little card up here if you guys want to click and go watch that. And I included this tip, but I figured I would go over it again for people who are new here. But always when you're meal prepping, try to have multiple things going at one time. That is something that you can handle. So I have this meal going, and I'm about to start my crock pot meal. This one is an apple maple pork tenderloin crock pot meal, and I'm super excited about it. Crock pot meals are amazing for my busy girls who still want to have healthy meals prepped for them for the rest of the week. Crock pots are the easiest way to do it, hands down. is what what happens when you try to cook and film it at the same time. Okay, so I realize this looks pretty gross, but this is baby carrots, chopped baby red potatoes, chopped apples, and a pork tenderloin on top. I'm gonna keep this on low. Look how dirty this is. Keep this on low for 6 to 8 hours, and I'm just about to add the sauce. To make the sauce, you're gonna need soy sauce. I use liquid aminos just because it's lower in sodium and a little bit better for you. Balsamic vinegar, some mustard, and some organic maple syrup. Okay, so I have this crock-pot meal going, and that I won't need to touch for another 6 or 7 hours. I'll just check it. And then I just rinse off some black beans, and since the squash is actually ready, we're just gonna add this to our sauteed peppers and onions. Add the squash and the chicken to the same pan. Cheese on this, but it's totally optional for you guys, and I will put the recipes for this in the description box below, what I base them off of. But if you want to do them the exact way that I'm doing them, because I am altering them a little bit, follow what I put in the description box for my part of the video. The bottom layer is just salsa, and then I put 2 of the carb balance tortillas on a layer, topped it with the chicken, that with a tortilla split in half, put some more salsa and some more butternut squash chicken mix on top of that, and then just sprinkled a really thin layer of cheese. I skipped the enchilada sauce on this recipe just because it was higher calorie. I really couldn't find a pre-made enchilada sauce that wasn't pumped full of chemicals and stuff, so I just used salsa and it'll still be just as flavorful. So I'm gonna pop this in the oven at 375 for about 30 minutes and start on the third and final meal. I actually forgot to show it, but I already chopped up and peeled 4 cups of sweet potato, and then now I'm just chopping a full purple onion to add to the crock pot. The next recipe that I am making, I am so tired of cooking, you guys, is a ground turkey sweet potato chili in the crock pot. I have both of my crock pots on my counter right now. I'm just finishing up cooking this ground turkey, and I'm gonna throw it in with this. Pretty much everything else is as simple as just opening canned ingredients and tossing them in. And then once the 2 crock pot meals are finished, I will show you guys what they look like. But my enchilada casserole is done. It's nice and toasty, crispy. Once the ground turkey was fully cooked, I added about a teaspoon of both cumin and chili powder, and that'll give it a healthy chili taste instead of using those pre-chili packets that are full of chemicals. Next, I'm just adding all of that cooked ground turkey to the chili mixture, and I make sure I stir it up, that way it's all not sitting on top of each other. And then I add a full can of sweet corn, and then a full can of rinsed black beans. I went ahead and rinsed and strained them. And then here I'm just adding 1 cup of chicken broth, or you can add more or less depending on how liquidy you want your chili to be, but this gives it a good flavor and makes everything cook really nice. Added an extra can of diced tomatoes just because I felt like I wanted some more in there. And then this part I just added spices to taste. I didn't really measure anything, so it's totally up to you and how spicy you like your chili. Okay, here is all of this put together. This is diced tomatoes, diced tomatoes, corn, black beans, chopped onion, cooked ground turkey, and about 4 cups of uncooked chopped sweet potato. I'm gonna put the lid on this and cook it on low for about 4 hours. Holy cow. Now that my kitchen is a mess, I actually was smart this time. I cleaned as I went, so I only have a few things to clean up. Like, I just need to wash this pan, a couple miscellaneous things, and then this section, because I just got this out. I have 2 crock pots on my counter, like, girl. If nothing else, I hope that this video gave you some inspo for some meals that you can make this fall. You don't have to eat boring, lame meals to be healthy. You don't have to eat boring, lame meals to stay on track with your calories for the day. But definitely making food at home is always the safer route to go as far as trying to save some calories and have a healthier meal. Those meals that I made were relatively easy to prep and they're all full of flavor, so I cannot wait to eat them this week, and I just feel so good, and I know my future self is gonna thank me for doing this, even though my present self did not want to spend time in the kitchen prepping food. You know what I'm saying? We gotta do things that our future self will thank us for. So if you guys enjoyed this video and you want more videos about food and recipes, please give this video a thumbs up. It really supports my channel. And if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button down below. You can also hit the notification bell next to it. That way you literally get notified, like a little bing to your phone every time that I post a video. So yeah, thanks for watching. As always, make sure you love on someone today. Make them feel extra, extra special, because they are. And I will catch you guys in the next video. Peace and blessings.